Good work.
Donkey Kong is muted. All right, hold on.
Okay.
Ten seconds remaining.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Moonduck presentation. I'm Sayori, he's Malt. We got Midas Club Elite versus SG Esports, game number 2. Woohoo!
Woo!
All right, party on, man. Let's do this thing.
Yeah.
Game number 1 went swimmingly well for SG. This is Brazil on Brazil elimination. If Midas Club lose this one, they are out. They are donezo fucking A. He played a Lycan last game. We saw Mandy on the Queen of Pain. Mott, they both fell short. SG, they outperformed Tavo on the Aghanim Scepter LC. Buddy, I couldn't believe it. I'm shaking.
You're getting into it, bud. You're getting real into it.
I'm excited.
You should be. And you know, Midas Club Elite, you got to step your games up. All right, I don't know what that was last game. Lelis had a rough time in the Sand King, which, by the way, is banned for the first time that I've seen in a while. See you later, Sand King. But then they go Rubik against Clockwork, so again they get the sort of counter against the clock himself. It's a small one at that, but it is something. SG Esports, they realize that this clock is too good to pass up, and they can play it in multiple different ways. Well, really just two. The offlane or the 4 position, but we'll see what it's going to be. We have more picks coming out. What is it going to be next? Treant Protector.
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus, dude.
I love this hero.
They lost. Oh, second
like,
pick Treant for Midas Club Elite. This is not good.
This is like watching Arc Warden.
They're going to open with both supports, guaranteed. Mott, I already don't like this. I'm being facetious. It's not an instant loss, but it
doesn't feel good.
This is not great. I think SG has a much better opener here with the Clockwork, especially knowing that Tavo loves to play it on position 3.
I think I agree.
What's that, Trent?
You don't even know the second hero.
So what?
I
know
do.
Treant sucks.
I do like Treant when he's picked 4th or 5th. I don't like Treant when he's picked 2nd now. I think they're
going to burn him down.
I think there's a ways to deal with him.
SG picks DK,
Terrorblade.
That
sounds kind of
Bat
awful
Rider.
to deal with.
Hey,
Bat Rider's good.
Here's somebody that deals well with
Lifting armor.
high instances of low damage. It's Bat Rider.
Yeah.
He's going to cut through that living armor like it ain't no thing. Clockwork also quite good at it. And it's just flexy. So you think now this is a Tavo Bat Rider.
Yes. Or it could be mid for
King
it could
RD
be mid.
Clockwork. Maybe
I doubt it's mid. I doubt
small
it's mid.
chance that it's mid. Razor now banned out by Midas.
If they pick TA, it might go mid or something else like that.
Trent, right now, I'm going to put the odds on this game 70-30. SG wins it.
Okay.
What do you think, Trent? Give me your odds right now based on what information you have. Who's going to win? What chances?
5 seconds
I'd say
remaining.
that before the draft.
Oh, all right.
He's an SG boy.
All right.
He's a hipster when it
Trent,
comes to SG
could you
Esports.
be a lad and get me one of those delicious drinks?
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Darkseer now banned out, Mott. They knew you were talking about him.
Did I talk about him? I guess I did.
Well,
yeah.
you did by proxy because you said Bat Rider could be mid. It could be a support Clockwork.
Sparkling clementine or sparkling apple?
Let's try the Clementine.
5 seconds remaining.
Thank you, pal. Okay, so, but yeah, that means they could have room for...
Reserve
Wait,
time.
that's on the other side.
Can I ask
I'm
you?
an idiot. I'm sorry.
What's
I
the
had it
difference
back.
between a clementine and an orange?
They're basically the same thing. Clementines are a little smaller.
Okay. Good. Thank you. Thanks for not lying to me about it.
Wow, this is really good.
Is it?
Radiant team
You know, I
battle.
just saw these. I went out with friends of a friend, and the girl was pregnant, so she was drinking these Izzy things, and they were quite good.
That's good. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I personally am drinking Dr. Pepper, which is very good,
It's okay.
much like this SG Esports draft.
So, I'm sorry I got confused about the Darkseer. That's my bad.
No, that's fine.
I thought SG were thinking about picking it, but in fact they banned it, so that was a brain fart. But now the Invoker banned out by Midas Club, something that SG definitely could have picked. A lot of setup for the Sunstrike, Clockwork, and Bat Rider. Both have ways to lock them down and bring them into the pew.
The ADR Invoker, very strong. He actually has a lot of heroes, to be honest. I can't keep track of all of them other than, like,
Little Weaver.
the Puck and, like, the Quap and, like,
This
the
is a
Lena.
great band, though. A few heroes that Treant does really open up is the Weaver. Like, used to see the old classic Weaver Abaddon lanes. Weaver Treant is pretty similar, except they don't actually have to be in lane together. It lets the Weaver dive towers, do all sorts of things you wouldn't normally
What
expect.
if they go Abaddon here? Abaddon and Treant against the Bat Rider, so you have a Photic Shield to take off the lasso in the off lane? They probably won't. They probably won't go the Abaddon. I don't think they will, but just if they wanted to be annoying against the Bat Rider. What other counters are there to the Bat Rider? The Nyx Assassin is available. So too is the Vengeful Spirit, along with the Disruptor. Those 3 heroes. And probably some other things that I'm forgetting about that, well, whatever, you know. But
LC also available still. I think more likely to pick, but Mott, you called it. It's Abaddon. Okay.
That was the first pick I've gotten in a long time.
This is a Go Black draft.
It is, actually, yeah.
So this is probably a 3 Abaddon in the off lane, 5 Treant, and a position 4 Rubo, or, well, I don't know.
Damn it. Why couldn't this happen to me
Whatever.
yesterday when you bet something and you're like, if you get these last 2 picks, I'll give you something? I can't even remember what it was.
The prizes were all shit, so you didn't miss much.
Okay. But
CM pretty nice here, though. Really helps both Bat and Clock in the lane. We've seen what Cat can do on this hero. This is now the 4th game in a row, or is it the 3rd game in a row we've seen Cat play Crystal Maiden?
that sounds right.
So they are super comfortable with this. It is the hero that they go to at this stage of the draft now consistently.
Yeah, it looks like he feels comfortable on this, and if he doesn't want to go Silencer, then this is the hero. He plays a lot of Silencer, too.
That's true. He really does.
So that's not there. They're going to have Midas Elite picking up a mid and a safe laner for the last 2 picks. What do they need against Bat Rider to help with that? I guess they already have the Abaddon, so they don't need to worry about it too much.
Not TA. That's
Yeah,
for damn sure.
probably not TA. They would probably like a Lincoln Carrier or something like that for their safe lane / mid laner.
They could take a Lone Druid carry. That is very true. Trying to think of what else they've been playing that I think would be good here. Slark could be a potential option here that really does not care about Bat Rider, doesn't really care about CM that much, or Clockwork, can jump out of cogs, especially with the Abaddon and Treant to keep him safe. That is one of the hardest parts about Slark, that early laning stage.
Mm-hmm.
I think it actually is a pretty viable pick here if it's something Midas Club feel comfortable with. They could also grab the Queen of Pain again, likely to be banned out if they don't pick it here. It's a comfort hero for Mandy, and they do need some team fight control.
Yeah.
Never
Wow.
mind, they take a Venge. This is a position 1 Venge.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They're going to play this high tempo.
That is a Godlike draft. You're right. Man, that is fucking nuts. That's not what I was expecting.
I feel like they have too many ways to counter the Bat Rider.
They're putting a lot of emphasis on it.
Who gives a shit, dude? It's a Bat Rider.
They have pretty solid. It's good lanes, I guess, with Venge now. You have pretty good damage pushing potential, perhaps. It also kind of makes it so that SG can't go for Jug. You don't really want to play Jug against Vengeful Spirit. You get swapped in after you're trying to push tower with Blade Fury and stuff. I guess it's not like a complete counter, but it's something to keep in mind. SF for who? Midas Club or SG? Either. Yeah, it isn't banned. That's
Shadow
true.
Fiend,
We
yeah.
see that banned all the time too. It could definitely come out for
It's going
either
to come down
team.
to mids. Midas Club Elite definitely need a mid. They could aggro try with this. Venge, Rubik, Abaddon, amazing tri-lane heroes. All of them have something that bring an AoE dynamic. They take the bristle back for SG. So with Crystal Maiden opens up a lot more possibilities with this hero. Likely their safe lane 1 for HFN. I think a good pick here though.
No, the bristleback. Yeah, I was thinking too because
it's a good pick. They have nothing to deal with.
They
this
really
guy.
don't. They
No
have
silver,
nothing.
like Venge, not really a great silver edge
They have
carrier.
no damage.
Potentially, but yeah, this is just insane. And with the CM, he's going to be even better in lane. Though the Bat Rider, who's going to get countered, but then Bristle can just go ham.
I think this is a great pick.
Ember is a good ban here. I would still like to see SG take DK. I've been calling it game after game, but having some push to go with this. Somebody
It's also
that,
not bad against Treant
again,
either.
that just cuts through Treant armor. Another very tanky hero that they don't have the damage to deal with, even if they pick Queen of Pain. I think SG probably likely to ban Queen of Pain here. Again, the comfort pick for Mandy. What else do you want to take out?
Maybe
TA
Lena.
is so bad here. I don't think they're really at risk of picking it.
Lena
That's-
might not be. Oh,
They
that's
ban
pretty
OG.
good. That's
Okay.
that's a pretty good pick against Bristleback actually. So it's a very good ban from SG. So Lena, SF, as we talked about, you mentioned what else?
Yeah, they could also pick Lena. That's the other
DK,
big one we're likely to see out of Midas
Quap.
Club.
Maybe SG goes Quap, and they probably would be fine with that. I don't think there's any issues really there.
They take the Lena
There's Lena,
themselves.
okay.
So Lena probably a little bit better with the Bat Rider, right? Not only in lore, but Lasso, Laguna. That's all you need, just a little bit of lockdown. Also good follow-up for the Clockwork. They have plenty of setup to hit LSAs, even just like the Goo from Bristleback, the Sticky Napalm from Bat Rider. Lena's going to be hitting LSAs all day. There it is. There it is. Meepo picked up by Midas Club Elite. It's a Mandy Meepo. They're going all in, baby. They are one loss away from elimination, and they are going to throw it up. Mott, we got a goddamn game on our hands, buddy. Let's do this thing.
What is it with these guys in last pick? Crazy heroes. Oh, we're gonna pick Arc Warden. All right, we're gonna pick Meepo. It's gonna
Are
go
you
great.
feeling the heat?
Ah.
Ooh, hot dog.
They're gonna get another 40-minute advantage and then throw it away.
Guys,
No.
I'm not going to lie, though. I am not completely sold on the Meepo here. I think this is a really risky pick. You've got some protection for him. You've got Abaddon. You've got Triet in some weird clutch situations. You've got a Vengeful Spirit to try to keep him alive. But position 1 Venge, such a risky strat to go for in general. Now, coupled with a Meepo, they could hit this amazing timing, like 15 to 25 minutes. Mont, this is going to be huge. They could do some crippling damage and just take over this game. But SG, they've got good heroes to deal with this. You just take one Laguna at a Meepo that's at half health, and boom, you can finish off that hero. It's an amazing counter. Bristleback, he's so beefy. He's going to be doing all of this AoE damage. SG are in their comfort zone. You've got an amazing lineup to go with the Crystal Maiden. I think SG is going to 2-0 this, man. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking similarly, even with the Meepo pick. I just think that you lasso something like you were talking about, that you Laguna Blade, and then that's it for the Meepo. Probably you have good lockdown with all these heroes. You can hook shot and kind of keep them separated from the rest of the team. Bristleback will kind of just run at your back line and destroy everybody. But it's a Meepo.
Vision from Clockwork, dude. That's like knowing where Meepo is half the battle, and that is such a helpful tool. You also have to think about who's Meepo going to be able to reliably gank. Okay, he can pick on the Crystal Maiden a little bit, can probably pick on the Lena, but Bristleback, pretty out of the question. Clockwork, not the easiest to gank. There's definitely some options. I think Meepo is not as strong as he was. We saw Weehaw really struggle with that hero in China in a couple of different games at Galaxy Battles.
He's not really this. Yeah, he's not the same hero.
It's not the same beast that he used to be.
Exactly.
There's been a lot of changes to the game. The way the jungle works in particular, pretty big. Let's do some predictions here, buddy.
Is this Meepo? Is this Lena? Which one is it? I'm going to go Lena because I think SG are going to win.
I'm going to go Lena. Total number of smoke ganks by 25.
It's like the first two, I think. Yeah. Yes. 20-30, I think. You're going to go 30-40. I could see it. There's some pushing on both teams, but the thing is, if SG are going to win, it probably will be later because of the living armor, maybe. So I guess I could see 30-40.
Naughty Maudie, they're taking a page out of your book. They're going for Pecco. It's a 5-man smoke rotation. They've got the initiation, and they've got the follow-up. It's a first blood for King RD on the Clockwork. Big Daddy. They come out swinging.
Poor Pecco, man.
Dude, look at the Manta Ray. Just look at it. He's
Dude,
taunting.
it's so cool. I love it. It's the coolest looking thing.
That is adorable.
He's flipping around. He's got the weird hat. The hat is kind of weird. I don't like the hat necessarily, but the Manta Ray itself looks awesome. Love that thing.
Badass.
I can't feel great for the Manta Ray.
He's wearing a squid. I don't know how to feel about that.
I feel like this Manta Ray is like really like not very he's kind of flimsy, and this guy's just standing on top of him.
It's true, man.
I don't know. We're also in a desert. How is he flying?
Oh, you're in a desert. I'm not.
You're not. You're in a regular Dota 2 map. But still, same question. It's not like they're underwater. I don't get it. Maybe there's some lore about it that I'm not looking at here. Let's see if there is actually. Nope.
Lelis takes the Abaddon. You know what? Let's do this. Let's do I've been digging the old-fashioned introductions here.
Okay.
Let's do this thing. Here we go. Dire side. We've got Midas Club Elite. One loss away from elimination from the TI7 qualifiers. It's Lelis. Here on the Abaddon in the off-lane mid, it's going to be Teolico. Fuck it. It's Theo Liquor. He's going to be here on the Treant Protector. Mandy on the Meepo in the mid lane. A lot of pressure on this little miner to go big or go home. Pecco going to be on the Rubik. Falcon A on the position 1 bench. Here we go. Radiant side. I'm taking both, Mott. This is me.
Wow, okay.
Tavo, he's on the Bat Rider. In the mid lane, it's going to be ADR with the lead speak on Lena. Jungling right now, it's Cat. Following suit on the Crystal Maiden. King RD on the Clockwork. And down bottom, last but certainly not least, it's HFN on the Bristleback. The big boy, the bruiser.
Man, somebody doesn't like to share.
I am stealing the spotlight, buddy.
Yeah, that's okay. You can take it. That's fine.
I want to be South America's most premier English-speaking caster.
You're on your way right now, let me tell you. ADR getting some good CS mid. It's actually a lot more even than I thought it would be. Top lane, this is a telekinesis. I believe Tabo might be able to make it out with the Firefly. He's trying to kill fucking A, which would be huge. And they have to actually back. They won't take him down. Tabo's coming back around. He doesn't get that fourth stack of the sticky napalm, though. So that will let it drop from fucking A as he salves up. It was very close. Theo Licor is coming back in. And that's going to be that.
It's actually pretty sad that he didn't get it. If that fourth stack of sticky came out, I think Tabo man's up
He
there.
probably
and
goes for
the
that.
kill.
Yeah, I agree. Because I don't think they have the Rubik there either. So
Mid lane, Meepo has his first clone. Divided we stand.
it's it. That's it. It's game over now. He's going to get a ton of farm now. He still will get a lot of farm, but so too will 40R. We'll see when Mandy decides to hit the jungle at some point.
Lena, a good mid laner to try to deal with the Meepo, can definitely min-max a little bit, harass. You make his life very hard, and you nuke down waves. He will start working the jungle, though, and pulling ahead. That is what you expect a Meepo to do. If he doesn't, we got big problems. Lelis down bottom, caught inside of the cogs. He's
dead.
getting low.
Oh!
He gets the deny. Lelis with the clutch plays. My man.
I didn't see if he held the point in miscoil and then skilled it up right as he was going to die. Top lane Firefly, and looks like Tabo's in some trouble trying to get out. They need a lift, though, and Peko is not there, it looks like. It's going to be close. He'll be fine. Tabo will make it out.
Oh, Peko. He wanted
man.
it so bad.
So close. All right, so both offlaners, well, one dies and gets denied, but the other one survives, so.
Precarious down bottom, SG behind the tower. They're cutting the wave. They're putting so much pressure on Lelis. He's using Mist Coil to last hit. He does have 10 stick charges, but now Cat is here. Power Cogs blocking him out. He doesn't have the cooldowns to deal with this. The stick charges can only do so much. HFN might actually go down, though. The bristle bites off more than he could chew. He writes the check that his ass couldn't cash, and he will head back to the grave. Now Cat on the run. He will be able to live. It looks like Theo Licor too slow, but SG get a little bit sloppy in the bottom lane there, Mark.
Yeah, he didn't even have a point of Bristleback, and Cat might die with one more auto attack. He's solo the leech sheet. That should bring him down. Oh, they will trade, and HFN will get the kill, but that's pretty good for Theo Licor. And KRD is also pretty low, and Lelis is nearby, but that's just really bad. You just give all that farm away. HFN, that dive is way too much. The TP that came in was, maybe they didn't see the TP because the cogs were like right on top of it, and as he was TPing in. Is the only thing I could think of. I don't know. It was kind of strange, that dive. But SG Sports get a little too aggressive, and that will help out Midas complete a fair amount. As the Meepo has gone to the jungle, he's got to start getting his clones in there, poofing it up, and getting some good farm for himself.
Yep, Mandy at the boot camp. He's doing his thing.
Oh, another lift.
Tavo. He's caught by the telekinesis. Peko, though, he's got 3 stacks of sticky, maybe soon to be 4. Firefly not going to last long enough, and Tavo no choice but to retreat. Back he'll go into his side of the map.
Yeah, this is still going pretty well for Tavo. Level 3 for the Abaddon. He has obviously that kill to help him, or excuse me, the assist to help him out with. The Meepo is doing very well, as would be expected, but Lena's not too far behind him. So all things considered, still a very early game, not much going on. A couple of kills here and there, but when this Meepo comes out of the jungle super farm, that might be a problem for SG Esports, unless they want to roam around and try to gank him pretty soon.
It's been a pretty back and forth early game here, but SG taking back some of the net worth lead. Generally, you would expect the team with the Meepo to be taking the lead at this stage. He's got the Dragonlance queued up. We'll see how many of those bad boys he ends up buying, but the stats, of course, very efficient on that item as we see this Manta Ray flying over. He's burning him down here, Mott. Look at this guy.
He's going to get a couple of these, I think.
No,
maybe not.
He misses it, but the bat not going to be able to get up there and finish it off. This is kind of a tough situation for our boy Tavo here. He's only level 4, getting some levels, but not really farming as much as he would like. Though, even though I say that, he's got 18 last hits, still more than the Abaddon up top.
Theo Licor is donezo. He got... Oh! They have dust. Okay, good. I was going to say, that was almost sick. He got the Nature's Guys just in time. He did get frostbitten, followed by an Elsay, and that will bring him down. They will also D-ward for King RD. The battery assault's going to go through. He's near the shrine. He's actually doing a lot of damage, but Lelis should be fine. Level 2 Aphotic Shield. Bristleback's not anywhere near there. Bristleback actually took a pretty big stack over at the hard camp now, so he's going to get some more net worth for himself. But a nice little Smoke of Deceit gank. I think ADR was looking for the lead, or excuse me, the Meepo with the CM when they smoked up. But instead they found the, whatchamacallit, the Treant Protector, which is whatever. It's not bad.
Falcon A. Farming away on the Vengeful Spirit, looking at that net worth. He is number 4 overall. He's hanging in there, doing okay. His Meepo is number 1. So it's still a very close game. But again, Meepo Venge, you want to start seeing them come online in another 5 minutes. As long as they're holding steady for now, they're doing all right. Abaddon just trying to get up to his level 6. We'll see a smoke rotation, though. Trian in the front lines. Pekko, he's nearby.
Oh,
he doesn't have anything except another smoke. Doesn't even have boots. Looks like he's just about to get him from passive gold game.
Yeah, should be fine. ADR's walking up. This could be dangerous. Yeah, he's pretty far up. If they hit an Earthbind, I think he's dead. Here comes King RD, though, to help him out. He knows this is coming. The LSA will come through. The telekinesis. Oh, the Cog's on it, too. ADR might be okay. He's got another Dragon Slave ready. They'll get the kill on 1. Now coming in as Tabo. Can they get Theolacor as well? The LSA will hit. Wow. 2-0. King RD in the perfect position.
The turn, dude. King RD, an absolute monster in that situation. They just got completely turned on. That was Midas looking to be the aggressors there, and the Clockwork totally breaks it up. Now, again, he finds 1. It's Lelis. He's already shielded up. He's got support this time, though. Swap out. Now, Fulkin A taking damage. ADR very low. He's going to have to run. SG do not have the resources here. The Earthbind connects, and Mandy gets that kill onto the Lina. They rotate basically their entire team, except the Treant, who ended up back down in the bottom lane as SG lose 1 and continue to split farm around the map.
That's just too much. You're fighting near that tier 1 tower. You think that they're alone, and then you get the swap out, and you're like, okay, well, we need to leave now. But the Earthbind came through, so losing ADR kind of big. But still, they did those 2 kills earlier. They're giving a lot of farm to HFN right now. He's going Treads Vanguard, as one would expect. They are trying to stack up the Ancients for King RD, and he might get caught. Ooh, good cogs, but the telekinesis followed up with the Earthbind. Maybe gets the Invis Rune. Nice deny from... No, just kidding. He didn't get it off in time. Wow, King RD barely snagged that before Pekko tried to get the deny on the rune off.
Yeah, that was pretty clutch. The perfect rune to grab right there ensures his survival. And now Midas Club Elite just go back to farm. And Treant only level 3 right now. Both their supports feeling a little bit underleveled. Rubik also sitting at 3 as we see CM halfway through 4. Running alongside the Lina, and the Clockwork also about halfway through level 4. Things looking up and up for SG. There's a Rubik mid, which they could probably kill with this smoke rotation, but they don't want to reveal themselves.
Man, that's got to be so annoying. They have perfect vision for him, and he goes to Shrine because he has not enough mana. And I mean, it's not like he's that low in mana. He just goes to Shrine. Meanwhile, HFN diving behind the tower. TPs are coming in.
ADR gets that kill in the mid lane. And meanwhile, now up top, it's HFN. He's on the run. He's in pretty deep here, Mon.
I believe he's dead. You have plenty of roots. The Earthbinds are coming out. He's doing a lot of damage to the Theolacor. If he had one more Quill Spray, that's a kill onto Treant Protector, which has got to be frustrating. Do they have Flare? Oh, it's 5 seconds. He still might be able to get this kill, actually. Is he going to go for it? Shoot the Flare? No, I think he shot it right behind the tower.
Yeah, I heard it.
That's unfortunate.
He missed it.
Unfortunate. Well, all right. Oh, they almost have Blink on Tavo, actually.
Yeah, this is big. He's clearing out a stack here. This is going to help him out and
Not
get
quite
him
there
close.
Yet. Yeah. Man, this has been a back-and-forth game. Living Armor, they really want this tower, though. But they're not able to find it yet. They don't have the Batrider, nor do they have the Bristleback in order to take down the tower. But while this is happening, as we mentioned, Tavo should have his Blink in just about these last 2 CS that he's going to get here. But yeah, it looks like ADR is going for the Bloodstone first again. Meepo picking up the Dragonlance. He has it now, and this is where things get maybe a little difficult for SG Esports. I don't know, it's not the biggest item, but they were trying to find him with 2 separate smokes, and they couldn't do it.
Well,
so
it certainly helps. It lets the Meepo maybe think about taking some fights. HFN putting a lot of pressure on this tower in the bottom lane. Just keeping up those Warpath stacks right now, and the Bristle really does hit pretty hard. This is a tower kill and a missed deny by Theolacor.
Dude, it's so important to get these tier 1s early against this Treant Protector so that you just... The more towers you can get, the more advantage you can have against this kind of hero is huge. Kind of like feels like his impact isn't being felt with level 2 Living Armor. I guess that's the thing, right? You don't go the Living Armor max like you used to in terms of like getting straight 4 points into it. Now they're going to try to find mid, though, and with Fiery Soul and KRD and Cat, they might be able to. We'll see if HFN rotates or whoever. Tavo is sitting behind with his newly minted Blink. He does not have a Smoke of Deceit yet. Theolacor is going to go ahead and throw up the Living Armor yet again. But this might be the last moment. Ooh, they even get the ward on top of it, too. All right.
Here we go, Mott. The initiation about to come out. Fucking A with a close range swap. Stuns him up. King RD again trying to break up the fight. It's not enough to save Cat, but Lasso will not be broken. Vengeful Spirit pulled deep into enemy territory, getting healed up, but still gets brought down. Laguna Blade stops the messing around. It's a 1-for-1 core for support. SG definitely get the better of that exchange. Kind of an awkward swap from the Venge to get that one started.
Yeah, Cat will go down, but they don't really care. HFN was thinking about running in there, and he TP top as soon as they realized they were backing up, so he didn't have to put himself in that position. They still didn't get this tier 1 tower, but getting the kill on the Venge is pretty good. I was wondering if she was going to get a Midas, but it looks like she is not. She's going to go for a helm instead, which is interesting. It's not
They
something
did
you see
get the
often.
bottom tier 1 tower, so that's pretty nice.
Yes. Kennedy got a lot of room to work with. He has Urn up now. This is going pretty well. Meepo might be in trouble top lane. They have the Firefly coming through. He's got to try for the poof out, and they can't stop it. Again,
No
Flame Break
lasso.
not canceling anymore, not stunning or anything like that. So a bit unfortunate if he has Lasso, that's a kill, but as you mentioned, it's not there and not available.
Pekko trying to defend that mid lane. Smoke up, though. ADR and Cat. Where are you going?
They want this tier 1 tower top, which is huge if they can get it. And they should be able
they
to.
will be
Yeah.
able to. It looks like Dire basically just going to sacrifice it as they rendezvous, maybe looking for a smoke of their own. Double damage on the Meppo.
Do they have a smoke on them?
Do they?
Rubik? Yes, he
Rubik does. He's got a little bit of the sticky icky, Mott.
Yeah. Midas picked up for the Abaddon in the meantime, so he's actually doing very well, too. Not quite as well as the Bat Rider, but Lelis is not having a bad game by any stretch. They're going to head bottom. They're going to try to push into the tier 1, force out TPs, and then go for a kill or something along those lines.
Perhaps Bristleback, he's going to be able to finish off that tower up top. Down bottom, there is no one to be found. It looks like this Dire Smoke not going to find a hell of a lot. They glyph early, try to keep this tower topped off, and all the while the rest of SG just rotate mid. They see Living Armor has healed it up a fair bit. Lena just going to get those fiery stacks going on, and that will be a tier 1 tower. And maybe even a trade. I don't think they'll TP in. Instead, they ping up top, in fact. Tier 1 tower down bottom falls. Glyph comes out mid, but this will be the end of the Tier 1. Living Armor barely delays things, especially with Lena laying in those auto attacks. With the help of the Frost Sister, Crystal Maiden.
They're
There
trying
we
to
go.
find something like a swap or anything like that. They can't quite get it. Meepo is coming in. He has Blink on his Meepo Prime, but he doesn't want to go for it. And then HFN just goes top, and he's already doing some severe work under this tower, but they
Yeah.
might meet in the
That's a
jungle. Lelis will be spotted. He does have borrowed time, and he's going to Shrine.
It's an early Shrine, dude.
That's
This
a
could be good. Midas not finding value, Mott.
They got to get jumped on? They have Lasso, I think. They do. Oh, here comes HFN.
Ooh, a lot of poofs coming in. Hook shot out, though. Nicely played, trying to make the most of it. King RD on the Exodus will fall. Now some follow-up. SG still unable to take this fight. Stolen hook shot from Pekko. Swap back onto Falcon A. Stun to the back. I don't think they can actually fight this Bristleback. He's picked up the Vanguard. Lena walked all the way around, took the worst path possible to get into this fight, but she's finally here. HFN says, go. Where are you guys? Let's do this. This fight is ours. The blink forward. The Dragon Slave on 2. There's the lasso. Falcon A. He takes the Laguna to the face. Pico can't steal it at all. He's out of mana, and now he's out of life. It's going to be the turn that SG needed. Lelis gets the borrowed time, but he's slowed down. Nasal goo is everywhere. It's sticky, it's gross, and it's stacking up. He pops the stick. There's the Aphotic Shield, but he's still slowed into oblivion. HFN, he wants this, but the Meepo, he's back. He's brought down Tavo. He's brought down Cat. It's SG that overcommit, and they can't quite finish it off. Now a TP in. It's the Meepo. Oh, no, the LSA does stun him up, but now the poof. There's more of them. He'll get the living armor. He's got the blink dagger. He might still be able to get one, but no, he turns, and that will be the retreat. It's Midas that take the gain. What a crazy exchange.
That was so back and forth. Lena backed up because she was like, they thought, I think they were calling back, and she just moves in this direction back down toward mid. And then when the Bristleback started like realizing, hey, I'm pretty much unkillable, we should probably take this fight. It took her like 30 seconds to get back up there. She did hit a double LSA, which gets one of those kills. I don't think they got the Treant Protector because he was invis at the time. And it was looking good, and then they dive the tier 2 tower, and then that becomes a problem. So, like, this Meepo, they can't deal with him right now. Much like you can't deal with the Bristleback on the other side, the Meepo is very difficult to bring down unless they isolate him with, like, a lasso or something.
Yeah.
But it was kind of a back and forth fight. At the end, I think
Oh,
Midas
yeah.
Club Elite gets the advantage, but I'm not sure.
Midas Elite, they stopped the bleeding. They got a small net worth gain, but it doesn't really change the state of the game, right? There was still that moment in that fight where SG were just in control. They have the sustainability. The Bristleback, not unkillable, but he is damn strong. He's going to go for this value Talisman of Evasion piece, go for either the Halberd or
He's already got the
Solar
medallion.
Crest.
He's
What's
going to
he
get
got?
Solar Crest.
Okay, yeah, there we go. So Solar Crest going to be coming after the Bristleback. Either way, still a value item. He's going to kill this big old fatty stack of Ancients. He is rolling in the dough. Helena also very rich right now. She's got the Bloodstone. Yule's Scepter going to be on the way. ADR is a serious threat, and he's going to have enough burst damage to really light up this Meepo.
Honestly, the big thing that Meepo's buying right now is the Silver Edge, because he knows that the only way they deal with this Bristleback is they're able to break the passive from him. And so with that Silver Edge, which will be in not that long of time, because Meepo can farm pretty well, but like once they get it, it's going to be huge. And he's going to get the tower too. So
Tier 1 tower goes
hook,
down.
hook, hook. Oh, they're going to go for this. They need a lasso or
Cat
Frostbite.
on the way. The follow-up's not there. They destroy King RD, and now CM a little too far forward. Bat Rider just has to blink and run away. It's a split-up fight, and certainly not what SG wanted.
He just got his Bloodstone too. He can't afford to die.
ADR, he's going to lose these charges. The Hellbear Smasher even helping things out. He suicides himself. It's 3 down on SG. Their lead dwindling as Midas starting to find this timing. What did we say, Mott? 15 to 25 minutes. That's when they have to do crippling damage here.
Yeah.
And this is that window. Meepo very strong. The supports also starting to come online. I love that the Venge went Helm of the Dominator. We're not seeing many supports do this outside of Secret. Puppy, the main one, doing this consistently. And finally, Midas are embracing it. First one I've seen since we've cast South America.
Yeah, he's got the Hellbear Smasher. The slow, the damage that it does is huge. It sets up for the Meepo. All right, they will smoke up. This could be where Midas Club Elite really takes advantage of this game. If they take a huge fight here, it could be all downhill from SG Sports. We'll see. They're kind of out of position. HFN is very far up, but they don't want to fight him because, again, they can't deal with him yet. So this smoke might actually not work out. They have Theolacor and fucking A over here, but meanwhile, SG are going to head into the Roche pit and just check it out, just make sure there's nothing being done. And actually, HFN's like, well, let's take it then. If they're not going to, we need to take it now because we cannot let them
They
get
can
it.
do it damn fast with the Snot from Bristle. They can break the armor. They've also got the Solar Crest. Don't forget, Hellbear Smasher gets taken out as it tries to scout out the Roche pit. Midas Elite thinking about the way to do this, Mod. This is not an easy push, and don't forget, they don't have their Venge. She has a TP scroll, but she is not there.
Bat Rider is huge for these types of scenarios, but he just got his Blink put on cooldown, and they don't really want to... This is dangerous. Lelis can kind of just walk in. They dust up Mandy. They see that he's there. They also see Theolacor. He's going to fall. Firefly going Tabo. Already used his Blink Dagger. Now the Flame Break pushback is not there. So it's 1 kill, and that might lead right into Roche. And I think they should be able to complete this. So nicely done from SG Esports to take this Roshan and to pick along with it.
Yep, looks like it will be secured. Bristleback really does make this a lot easier. Aegis of the Immortal goes to ADR, and now they push out, looking for more.
Let me go for
Not
last
going to
one.
find it.
I think they might have seen Mandy, but he's TPing out, and they should be... Yeah, he's gone.
He's gone.
So he's fine.
Force Staff on the way for the Bat Rider, too. So things back on the up and up with SG. Look at this gold graph, man. It tells the story of this up and down epic battle. 20 kills in 19 minutes.
It's pretty crazy.
This has been good stuff, man.
Yeah.
It's a wild game so far.
It's all over the place. It comes down to these big items. The thing, Meepo needs the Silver Edge against the Bristleback. For SG Sports, whatever Lena's getting, the Yule Scepter, it looks like.
Looks like there's going to be a Vlad's out here on Lelis.
And the Force Staff for the Clockwork. You don't want to get Blade Mail against the Meepo in this game, I don't think. I think you just want to just grab the Force Staff instead, which he's doing. Some vision coming out. Mandy might see a cat who's probably dead. Yeah. And ADR is not able to respawn in kind. The LSA was not there. However, they find the lasso. Can they get this Laguna Blade as well? Can they bring him down? Mandy in trouble. That's a huge kill.
That is such a great trade for SG. It's a 5-kill Mega Streak shutdown that goes the way of the Clockwork. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, it's a bad, and he gets caught.
He doesn't
a
have a
borrowed
TP
time
scroll.
comes out, and HFN's just going to chase him down. The warp path is stacking up, and he does so much damage. The shield's not going to be able to save you. Pekko, maybe. King RD's hook shot off the mark, but Lelis actually does live. Stolen hook shot from Pekko, also off the mark. I think he might have been taunting him. I'm not sure.
I think maybe he was trying to get away. He was trying to hook like the, I don't know, Treant Protector. Who knows? Maybe it was a taunt. That was pretty funny though. They should like He needs to carry TP scroll for that situation, I feel like.
Yeah, he does live, though, just barely, but it takes some help with the team. Pekko does actually save him. I didn't believe.
Yeah, I didn't think so either, but that was a great telekinesis.
Hey, they've got the Ogre Frost Mage, buddy. Here we go. Ice armor for everyone.
Look at this
8
derpy
armor.
freaking thing. Oh!
What?
He just throws his ice armor up. They're going to defend the tower, and it'll get healed back up almost certainly. So this is the tough part. They were able to take down these tier 1 towers. It took a lot of effort, and now these tier 2s are going to take even more, as I think the living armor is maxed now. No, it's level 3. Still pretty good, though. It's going to take a lot of effort to get these, so we'll see.
Absolutely right, my friend. Still a small lead for the Radiant team. SG Esports, Midas Elite, 1 loss away from elimination. They're hanging on by a shoestring.
It's the Meepo pick that's doing it, really.
He's keeping them together, but he's not out of control. He's got the Shadow Blade. He'll go into the Silver Edge. They need this tool to try to deal with the Bristleback. Also a good tool against the Lina to deal with Fiery Soul. However, Mott, it's not ideal. It's not exactly what Meepo wants. Overall, an efficient stat item, the Silver Edge, but not the dream.
Man, HFN is really toggling pretty freaking well. Watch him use his Quill Spray. He's going to do it again. Did you see that? That's kind of insane. He's doing this before every single Quill Spray.
Wow.
And it's very quick, too. I think he missed like 1 or 2 maybe. I'm not sure, but like, that's kind of interesting.
That is wild how fast he's able to do it.
Yeah. So anyway, there's a ward that is spotting out Lelis. We'll see if they want to make it go. It's not the easiest kill to bring down. They will also flare. They do not see... Oh, did that ward... The sentry... He might have been in sentry range. I don't think they care. They're just going to go for the tower. They still have...
I love this from Lelis, though. Abaddon going for the Aghanim Scepter, a really strong item. Still a ways off of it. Borrowed time utilized here. It'll keep him alive, but for how long? Lasso broken by Fukin A, but that's their position 1 who has to jump into the fight. Now Overgrowth from Through the Core. It seems like a pretty good sequence of events for Midas, but now Meepo's at the party. They bring down the tree, and he's doing big damage. King RD's down. The break comes out, and HFN gets melted. 4DR doing all of the damage that he can, but he just can't finish off the Meepos. There's too many of them. They're out of damage, and they are out of time. That's the Aegis of the Immortal. Tavo force stabbing away. Lina gonna come back up. He gets telekinesis straight away. Stunned up. Not gonna be able to get off a single spell, and the cleanup is there. Midas Esports Club. They take it.
Yeah, that's... Oh, man. That's such a tough hero to go on, and it was right at the tower. Meepo's able to get there. They're able to get the break off. Once that break happens, the Bristleback is pretty much nothing against those Meepos. He dies about instantly. And this, I think this is where this game gets a lot easier for Midas Complete unless they make mistakes.
Dude, this is literally maybe not the exact peak, but they are peaking hard right now. Just completed Silver Edge moments before that fight. The tail end of 25 minutes where Meepo is still level 20. He's not maxed out yet, but he will be in another maybe 10 minutes or so. This is when you want to start to take control. And they don't have this game yet, Mott. That's some good momentum. Those are steps in the right direction. 40R did have to use the Laguna on the Treant that fight, and I think ultimately you want to really use that on the Meepo.
I'm wondering what kind of late game, though, you're going to have from SG Esports. This ADR is already down to 6 plus some charges. He just got the plus 50 damage, and this is where it gets very interesting, because he probably gets that kill on the Meepo if he has that talent, right? He's level 14 there. He has the 50 damage, and that's enough damage over all of his auto attacks to be able to get those kills. So ADR, while very good late game hero and a good hero right now, what is this Bristleback going to build into? Like Radiance, I think is going to be his choice.
I kind of disagree with BKB on Lina here. I think you just want to try to stay with the damage. Here we go. Lasso connects on Treant. They are going to save the Laguna for this. I think Aghanims might also be a consideration for Lina this game. Not an item we've seen many Linas go for. It's been more right-click focused, but at least it's more guaranteed damage on Meepo. Beautiful use of the cogs.
Yeah, that was nice.
Radiant Sentry.
I'm kind of with you. I do think she needs BKB at some point, but the damage might be needed now from whatever item she decides to go for. Like Shadowblade Silver, just something you see a lot, but I don't know if it's going to really be helpful this game. I don't mind the BKB, but we'll see if she gets it now or she waits for it. But this is the Radiance that's going to be coming out for the Bristleback, which is going to help. He already has the Solar Crest for the evasion, and the Radiance is going to help even more so. You're not going to build like... You're not really going to build BKB or MKB. Maybe MKB on Meepo, but probably not. I doubt it. So... In fact, actually, I definitely doubt it. I don't even know why I'm considering it.
The Radiance is quite nice, right? You've got all these extra units, all these extra heroes, so that 17% miss chance, it adds up. It makes a big difference.
Mm-hmm. So This is still, as you mentioned, it is a slight advantage for Midas Club Elite, but despite having a Meepo, the edge is really very minimal. And we'll probably wait till like that next rush on to see a big team fight to see, where this game heads. It's like 1 minute from now, but we'll see. I don't know. This is going to be very interesting to see where this game heads.
Yeah, things really slowing down a bit here. 26 minutes in, both sides pretty happy on their relative side of the map and just hanging out, working on that farm.
Diffusal Blade picked up for Mandy, so mana burn pretty good against some of these heroes like Lena and Bristleback, and obviously the control being one of the biggest factors too. So we shall see. He was deciding whether or not he wanted a Hex next or a Ethereal Blade, and it looks like it will be the E-Blade that he's going to grab, at least for now in the quick buy. The Ogre Frostmage just denied an Arcane Rune. That's pretty funny. Give me that. Another thing too, we see this very often with Venges. You have a pretty okay start. You get like that first item, but if you don't have Midas, you can't really carry in the mid to late game. She just got this. I think, is it full Hurricane Pike that she actually
This
got?
is what I'm worried about, especially for Midas Club. Is like, yeah, you've got this Meepo. He's doing well now, but you're not completely conquering this game, and your position 1 is not going to scale that well. SG, they don't have the best scaling lineup, but it goes pretty far. Batrider, an amazing offlaner, just every stage of the game to isolate and grab somebody from the team.
Right.
The
The
this
radius
could get
is really
hard
gonna
to
help.
close out. Venge hasn't completely fallen off yet, but she's not looking too scary either.
Yeah. It comes down to these next couple team fights in this next Roshan and Aegis. I think if you're Midas Club and you're able to take this Roche with Aegis and Cheese, you feel very confident. I don't know. This is very interesting. The Radiance is going to help out a ton for HFN, and I think they really need that to fight again. Once they have that, then things might be able to get a bit better for them.
Understandable, though, why both teams are being a little bit cautious right now, just trying not to feed away any kind of unnecessary advantage, and some key items about to come out. We see
They have a
Trian
gem on Tavo.
deep in enemy territory that Wardy just worked so hard to put down, gets taken out, and now he gets scouted. Mandy does get a pick off on Cap, but they're going to get Theo Liqueur. It looks like here King RD
Got him. He wants
the
his
vision.
He's back up to 8 charges. Nice. That was pretty good. They get not only the D ward but the kill as well. They lost Cap, but it's not that important. Aghanim Scepter is done for the Abaddon, and this might be
Crazy good item.
what they need to actually take this game to the next level.
So a 900 radius or range, I guess, around the Abaddon.
Mhm.
That damage will be redirected to him, or 50% of it at least, whenever he's in borrowed time. So
That's 6-second duration too.
massive, massive mitigation. Insane for these team fights. It's really a game changer. One of the only ways to deal with it is just to take more spread out engagement so he can't hit the whole team. But in terms of pushing high ground, when you're all clumped up like that, if he can hit 4 or 5 heroes with his ult, it feels kind of like an Omni ult or like a Centaur ult where you're doing damage and just nothing is happening.
Yeah.
So Lelis, a lot of pressure on him to make sure his positioning's on point in these upcoming team fights.
The thing is too, I don't think you have the burst damage to kill somebody before he can get that ultimate off. Like, especially the Meepo. Even some of the supports that are squishy, it's going to be hard for them to bring down before the Aghanim Scepter borrowed time goes out. Because you have Laguna Blade, that's great, but HFN's damage is... It takes some time to ramp up a little bit, I guess, if he doesn't have the Warpath stacks up. I don't know. It'll be interesting. Roche is up. Meepo was able to see it with his Meepo clone. He will be able to TP out as he's out of there already. They are pushing bottom, though. Look at this. Lelis is already at the Tier 3 tower, and they're going to force people back, which might give Midas Club the Elite enough room to actually head into Roche themselves. We'll see.
Kind of an interesting play to rotate down there. Like you said, maybe just trying to force back the TPs and reclaim some positioning. They smoke up and do move across the Radiant jungle, heading to what looks like the Roche pit.
Oh, that ward is actually so great. Mandy thinking about poofing out, though, and heading to Roche. He's going to keep the one clone here. If they can grab him, the Yule Scepter, this is a huge kill. If they can get it, they need the last of the LSA. They've got to get this kill, and that will stop them from Roshing right now, and they will grab it. But can they get there in time? Roche is at half HP. He's going to buy back. He's going to buy back, and I don't know. This is going to be very close here, Andrew.
I'm not sure if they can do this. Clockwork does have a hook shot, though. He could jump into the pit. They've got the vision, but does he want to do it? Theo Licori's trying to get in the way. He won't, though. Hook shot it. It's snatched by King RD. The cheese is down. That'll get picked up by Midas Club, but he actually makes the big play, and he gets out with the Midas still intact. The Centaur will stun and slow him down. He still gets the bounty. He's on the run. Mandy throws the net. It does connect, but the cogs, it blocks him out. He's going to lose this Aegis for sure. His team, where are they? They're on the other side of the map. They're just going to keep pushing. There could be a skirmish in the mid, but now the Clockwork is going to get killed off. Such a big play. Unfortunate the team can't make more of it.
Even if he did, if he just didn't cog, I think he might have lived there because the Earthbind narrowly hit him because he stopped. If he doesn't stop, that's probably him walking away and getting out. That's so good, though. I mean, getting the Aegis, it stops. You still have cheese for Midas Club Elite, but it stops them from being able to just, like, they still might go for it. They still might just, like, death push down mid and just take these towers.
Yeah, but this is still good. They knock down a tier 2 out of this. It's a big push from the Radiant side. They're going to try to continue pushing forward, but also come back to defend. Their tier 2 tower in the mid goes down. Midas Club Elite now pushing the high ground. It's a small lead for SG right now, but this game strikingly close. The Meepo is peeking out. He's got to be close to 25. He is. He's 24. Get that 25 talent soon. Curious what he actually goes for. I think you get the HP, but poof cooldown sounds pretty broken.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, at this point, he's just so far ahead. He's got actually the Bristleback's pretty close. 1K net worth.
Remember, the Meepo did have to buy back there.
Yeah, he dies again, and this game gets very difficult. But we'll see. I mean, this could be a big fight. They still do have cheese. That is on the fucking Vengeful Spirit. But if they find a lasso and a force back on Mandy, then that's going to be pretty huge. They'll smoke up, and they won't be spotted yet. They're heading the opposite direction. They actually have wards that will see Mandy over here towards the bottom lane. I don't think they're going to get there in time. I imagine he backs out or poofs back to his regular Meepo over towards the rest of his team.
Yule Scepter up on Clockwork.
Ooh, he needs to leave. He needs to leave right now.
They're actually going to turn off the Radiance. They don't want to reveal anything.
They need a flare right now. Oh, he might actually make it out. Oh, he's dead. They're going to get a kill, I think.
It's the same thing as last time. One Meepo, Laguna, the follow-up. That's Meepo down 110 seconds without any buyback. The Dire say, guys, we've got no choice. We can't fight 4v5. We have to rush the base and force them back. Radiant, they've got the same idea. They're pressing forward as quickly as they can. They need the creeps to break backdoor protection. This is so huge, Mott. This is the game of chicken they've been waiting for. But the advantage, of course, is in the hands of SG, knowing Meepo does not have buyback. This is a very unique situation. How far do they want to go?
I don't think you trade here. You're going to lose a tier 3 tower, and you might lose more. This is not good.
From King RD. There's no other TPs coming back. The Clockwork, is he just going to die? He's got one. It's the Bristleback. Now the Overgrowth. Clock, he goes into the Yules. They pop the Shrine. It might actually be enough to keep him alive. Abaddon preventing anyone on his team from dying, but now the Bristle is completely repelling them. The hook shot back in. King RD with Cogs to break up the whole fight. Treant dies. He pays with his life. Now the counter hook shot back from Rubik, but the Quills, it's stacked up too much. HFN, he's got a triple kill now, and it's going to be Lelis that's trying to TP out. He will make it. They do end up trading. What is this? Arranged barracks for an entire lane themselves.
That's maybe the best they can get out of that situation.
But they do clean it up. Clockwork buys back, but a lot dead on the side of Midas Club Elite, and they're probably going to lose a tier 2 out of it.
Yeah, man, I think that's a great play for Midas Club Elite. You kind of have to make that play. You have to. You're right. I honestly, and they did do a lot more damage than I thought they were going to on those towers and those buildings. And they staggered their TP. I guess if you leave like ADR alone there trying to kill the racks, they probably TP back and kill him. It's such a tough situation. I have no idea what you do in that situation, and I think they made the right call. To be honest, it was fucking nuts that happened.
For SG, it's really tough. 100% Midas Mode Elite made the right call there. 4v5, they didn't hesitate at all and just went straight for the enemy base. For SG, the question is, who do you bring back? Because you want to leave your best siegers there to finish off the barracks in time. However, you need some of those best siegers like Lena to come back to win the fight and make that hold. And the Abaddon there makes that an exceptionally difficult scenario because of the Aghanims. You're basically guaranteed not to kill anyone for that 6 6 seconds that he's got the Aghanims on. So it's tough. They can just ignore you, focus on the barracks, and that's basically what they did. However, they only got range, so it seemed like sending back Bristle and Clockwork was the right idea, especially knowing Clockwork had buyback. There were a lot of ways that he could defend there and break it up. So all things considered, SG did still get a favorable trade. Maybe could have min-maxed it a little harder, but they can't be too disappointed. This is the biggest lead they've had this game since the early stages, around 10 minutes.
All they need to do is keep the waves pushed down. They could do the same thing. They can go for a smoke. They could try to kill Mandy with the lasso like they did previously.
Homie, look at this cheeseburger build here.
What is
Crimson Guard, Aghanim Scepter, Abaddon.
He's making it seem pretty tanky.
It's like a disciplined priest from like 3 World of Warcraft expansions ago. It's just too much.
It's a lot of redirection.
It's too much. They're just absorbing everything.
Yeah.
It's redonkulous. What's Meepo doing? Does he have any new items? He's got the E-Blade on the way. All right, get some big stats going.
That could be huge. He just needs to not get picked off again.
Boom, boom.
So he really wants to farm elsewhere on the map, but like he can't really do it anymore. Mandy kind of had the same situation where he was playing Storm Spirit yesterday, where they were way far ahead. He was doing well, and then all of a sudden he got picked 2 or 3 times, didn't have buyback, and they proceeded to lose the game. So I can guarantee you he's kind of thinking about the same thing right now. Like, okay, I just need to not die. I need to play with my team. We can still take this game. I just need to not get caught. And that's why you could see him with the rest of his squad. So they will take the Tier 2 tower top lane for SG Esports. Midas Complete knocking on the door of the Tier 3 tower down bottom now that the Meepo is back up and ready to go. And he actually has a clone back in the base just to make sure that if he gets caught in trouble, maybe he can poof out if necessary.
Absolutely, my friend. Midas not able to break high ground too easily. Really, they want to do this by getting a catch first and then charging forward with some kind of an advantage. Luckily here, they have Meepo, who has this global presence where he can constantly defend split push and also still be in this main fight and ready to rock and roll. In that sense, Midas have definitely some kind of an edge, but SG now with a small net worth lead, also just feeling very strong as they've taken control recently. Any other big items on the way? Another Force Staff coming up for CM. BKB, 10-second charge, ready to ride on Lena, who also has the Shiva's Guard. And, of course, Bristleback getting totally yoked. He's going to have a full Mjolnir
and he just
coming up soon.
Meepo just got level 25, so he has that. He went for the plus 400 health talent on the Meepo, so which is going to make him super beefy as well.
Yeah, he's a big beefcake. I really like the synergy here. 10% life or spell lifesteal on the Bristleback. An amazing talent with the Mjolnir. Same idea as the Queen of Pain. You pop that buff on you, you're spamming out quills. You're actually healing for an absurd amount, even though it's just 10%.
You could get
especially
Octarine Core later
with that level 25 talent, 25 stack damage, because it just compounds, even though health regen is really good.
I love this play from SG Sports. I think they think that Meepo is going to go up here to farm this again. He did it previously. He was behind the Tier 3 tower when he did it, but
they want to try to catch him. His buyback is just coming up, but he is short on gold. Look at this ward placement. They really want this.
They might have seen that LSA on the Dire side that was dropped down.
Well,
whatever you need, whatever you do, HFN cannot afford to get caught. And the same thing can be said for Mandy, who they are pinging on, but they're like, we can't get him.
They're trying to bait with the Lena, hoping the Meepo might try to make a jump, but instead, Midas, they just go for barracks down bottom. There is a glyph for the Radiant. Dire maybe have some split push, but no, this Bristleback is getting destroyed. Mandy comes back in, the root for the Treant, but Force Staff's actually making this work. He gets denied, and now Cat on the
CM
side
ultimate.
with a huge freezing field. Fulkin A, he's getting so low. They do bring down Mandy with the Laguna Blade. Buyback now from the Bristle. It's the hold SG needed. Lelis on the run. He has the gem. He's already popped the ultimate, and he will go down, it seems. Pekko gets chased out also by King RD.
No borrowed time. He's done so. Lelis is going to be gone.
That's going to be it. 3 dead, 2 without buyback. Mott, this is what SG have been waiting for.
My God, that freezing field actually did so much work for Cat. He just drops it. It was hitting on to pretty much everybody.
Done. 5K, highest in the fight.
He was owning, and then they threw out the Laguna Blade. That is enough to just zap down that Meepo. And again, still no buyback. Dead for 60 seconds. They have buyback on the Abaddon, but that's it for now. And we'll see if they can't find another set of racks here coming in for SG. They do need to be careful if HFN gets caught. He has, of course, got no buyback. It's something to keep in mind, but I think they should be okay in terms of getting this Tier 3 and things of that nature.
Here we go. Buyback's been used. If Lelis goes down, Mott, this could be disastrous. He does have the Crimson Guard, so he can help make this defense work, but he needs to use it sooner rather than later. And there it is. It will protect the structures. As now Clockwork in pretty far. Does still have some cogs and the Force Staff available. On his way back, the Force Staff chain is there. It's quite the safety net. Only 20 seconds on Meepo. They just want to finish this tower before Living Armor can heal it back up, but it's hard. ADR just not quite doing enough damage from the low ground with Lelis in the front line. Borrowed time still available. I think they do just back out here, reset, and save it for another day.
If HFN has buyback, they probably go harder. It's just such a scary situation because...
And they also do still force the buyback there. So more economic damage, pulling further and further into the lead. This is a good start. Lena has the Daedalus coming out next, I think. Chrysalis. Maybe is there an...
She can go Bloodthorn too. I think she's waiting to decide whether it's going to be Bloodthorn or the Daedalus. I think it was Daedalus last game for 40R when he played the Lena.
Yep.
So
I think it was too.
They could definitely still go for that. Ward is going to scout out Lilith heading over to Roshan. They should see... Yeah, they'll see them moving over. And Midas might just take this. We'll see if they can't try to find a fight for SG Esports. That is an aggressive play.
It sure is. He comes in, drops the stun, and just backs out. Living Armor does connect. Hook shot from downtown. It's King RD. Beautiful cogs back into Lasso. They're going to drag this guy as far away as they can. Borrowed Time's going to help keep him alive, but Lasso, stolen swap. He's down.
Now Borrowed Time is down as well, which means this is a lot easier for SG Esports if they want to keep going. Yule Scepter to come through. Earthbind, but Mandy is trying to get out. They're going to lose Lelis, it looks like, and he's got no buyback, as you mentioned. 88 seconds of the sideline. A double kill for HFN. I think that's exactly what they're going to do, my friend. They're going to go straight down mid and try to finish this game off.
That's absolutely the play. Roche is a big advantage, but they know the Abaddon doesn't have buyback. Venge, they're not sure, but in some ways, they kind of don't care. They've got the sieging power now, and Abaddon is the one that opens up all of the team fight for this Midas elite lineup. Meepo, he does have burst damage, but he can't do it all alone. At this stage, he's starting to fall off. He's been maxed out for a while, and SG have finally caught up. You look at levels, they're not even maxed yet. They still have a little ways to go. So Meepo, he's going to try to split push down bottom, but Midas, now they try to take the fight. They have a couple buybacks now, perhaps.
They need to make sure Meepo doesn't take this Rax. If he takes the tier 3, whatever, but they're going to have to TP back home, and they will do just that for the Batrider already. They will take the other Rax. They don't need to go any further. They will get off the Yule Scepter. Mandy trying to get out here. It looks like he will get lassoed in the end, and he might fall. They need more damage. They don't really have anything. The Firefly's still going. They'll drop Cat now. The Flame break back. They're fighting in the mid lane. They will drop Mandy. He's got buyback. He might need to use it. The swap back as Theola Core is about to drop from HFN's Quill Sprays. Not yet, though.
Oh, 10 HP on the tree, and he actually lives. Now buyback's coming. The TP home. He might just make it.
Oh, my God. Wow. That was a sick TP from HFN. They lose 2 heroes, 40R being one of them. They get the melee racks mid. They force out the buyback from the Meepo. I mean, they are so close to doing this. Holy crap, SG Esports.
Still, this Meepo making all the right calls here. They're going to jump into the Roche pit. I don't think SG can very easily contest this. But he finishes off the tier 3. He breaks up that entire fight. It's still a big advantage for SG again. They trade a tier 3. They finish off a melee barracks, almost get the range. And now handing over Roche. It's a 13k net worth lead, but still a sign of life for Midas Elite.
This is looking interesting. With the Aegis, they might be able to do it, but they've got to be careful. You lose this Aegis, and then all of a sudden... that life is gone, and I don't know if you want to try to be as aggressive with Midas Complete. They might just stay back and farm. I don't know if they want to try to fight and try to get an advantage. They want to do it before this Aegis runs out, I think, but not having buyback is dangerous for the Meepo, and especially for the Abaddon as well, which I think he's only got a couple minutes left, I'm pretty sure. 3 minutes and 41 seconds before he has buyback ready for the Abaddon. Okay, well, SG Sports will have a significant lead in both structures and net worth. This is a dangerous point of the game for them with this Aegis still up for the Meepo.
Sure is, especially now that he's got the E-Blade. Definitely a spike in his power curve now. And the Mjolnir up on the Bristleback, close to that 25 talent here. A lot of heroes close. If SG can win one more fight, that'll actually really help out their team. Tier 2 tower goes down, but look at this. It's Tavo doing a little split push.
As much structural damage as you could possibly do, these little buildings are going to go down and make things a lot harder as the tier 4 will start getting assaulted soon. And I think they're thinking about backing up. They're going to smoke, actually, for Midas.
They smoke it. Where are they going, Mont?
It looks like they're wrapping around going through mid, maybe. Or they're going to drop a ward there, but that's going to be... They see that immediately. And they're kind of baiting it.
All right.
Swap, maybe? They're looking for it. There it is.
Swap onto ADR. He pops the BKB. Shivas. It's an insane set of cogs, but do they have the follow-up damage? Lina drops Laguna, trying to make it happen, but Abaddon, he absorbed a lot of the damage. Mandy getting very low. Very, very low. That's the Aegis. The CM ult has done a lot of work. A buyback from the Clock Lurk has been utilized. A lasso to pull back the Abaddon, but now Mandy's back, full HP, full mana. Can they bring him down? Lina in the back line is doing the big damage. The turret, ADR, actually starting to bring Mandy low, and that's going to do it. It's SG Esports, 4 down on the side of the Dire. The only one left is the Venge, and the team fight recap will show how much damage that Lina did. It was Lina versus Meepo, 9.7k versus 9.9k total damage done.
And they're going to get fucking A2. He's going to try to force himself out, but the Yule Scepter will be there. They don't have Lasso. I don't think they need it. Vision-wise, they should have a gem. He'll try to swap himself out, but that will be the 5th death. King RD is a fucking legend to get those cogs the way that he did. That just said it sets up ADR perfectly. It sets up the CM perfectly for the freezing field, and that is it. SG will be moving to the grand finals, and Midas complete a well-fought series, but they are donezo 2-0, and that is going to be the end of their run in the qualifiers.
So exciting, I sneeze, dude. This is actually insanity, Mott.
Yes.
Every series, it feels like, in this playoff has gone 2-0, but they have been damn good games every single moment. That was a really back-and-forth match, one of the most exciting ones we've seen thus far. Again, look at the gold graph. Tells this great up-and-down story. SG Esports, though, in the end, are just too good. A lot of individual performers. Cat on this Crystal Maiden constantly getting the farm, getting those levels to get the aura up on the team. King RD consistently finding these multi-hero cogs, breaking up team fights. Tavo, always a performer every single game, whether it's the Sand King, whether it's the LC, whether it's the Bat Rider. This dude fucks.
Yeah. I got to say, Midas Complete, a pretty good-looking performance out of them to get 3rd place. And honestly, I'm excited to see what they could do in the future with the South American scene growing. You know, SG and Infamous now looking pretty solid as 2 teams coming from this region. Of course, Midas Globally, it's probably going to be in that conversation pretty soon. And I'm very excited to see how they do in the next qualifier. But this is, I think, what people were expecting for the grand finals. SG versus Infamous, the 2 best teams in this region, as expected. And it should be an all-out brawl. And SG trying to get some revenge for, I think, yesterday when they lost 2-0 to them.
So one more series going to be coming up. It will be Infamous versus SG. Winner goes to TI. Loser gets absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Pat on the